The city of Porterville now urging leaders to prioritize the rebuilding of a library after the old one burned down in a fire that killed 2 firefighters. What they're saying funding should be reallocated from and how council members are responding to those demands.
Millions of people living in Democrat-led states could be at risk of losing access to SNAP benefits. Why the Department of Agriculture is now threatening to withhold the funding just weeks after the aid was reinstated following the most recent government shutdown.
Questions remain after conflicting reports on just who ordered an airstrike targeting unarmed survivors of a previous attack in the Caribbean.
Secondary strikes are not unusual. It has to happen if a mission is going to be completed.
We need a thorough oversight investigation by both Senate Armed Services and House Armed Services. The larger point is that the American people deserve to know what we're doing in Venezuela.
How Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is defending the strike and who he says was responsible for ordering the attack.
And we are tracking fog once again for you this morning, and it's going to be very dense at times for you. We get a look at your visibilities. Also, we have a cold weather advisory for the High Sierra with possible negative temperatures at times up there. We'll give you all the details coming up in your Great Day forecast.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, Great Day.
Good Wednesday morning to you. We begin this hour with a live look at central Fresno. If you're getting ready for the day, it's a good idea to bundle up because today's high in Fresno, we won't even be reaching 50 degrees.
Nope.
We're expecting a high of 47, as Justin's about to tell us. But also give yourself plenty of time because there could be some more fog. We're seeing some already developing here in the Fresno area. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, today's going to be a lot like yesterday. We got fog. It's going to be cold out there. Yesterday, we only got to 46, by the way.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
It was cold yesterday.
And in the building, we got, just kidding.
Let's not go down that road.
We've been
Let's
having
not.
issues with our air conditioning.
Everybody knows. So let's get to the day planner here and show you what's
Let
going on
people
right
know.
now. It's currently, right now, it is really cold out there. 43 degrees at the moment here. Winds out of the northwest at 6 miles an hour. The dew point's at 41. And here's the rest of the day. Check it out. At 10 a.m., 43, still dealing with fog. An advisory going until 11 o'clock this morning. At noon, it'll be 46. At 5, it'll be 46. It's going to be very cold out there. Probably not going to see much of the sun today. Hopefully we will. We didn't see it yesterday. We thought we were going to, but fingers crossed for today. But otherwise, it's going to be very cold out there. Coming up, your next weather maker is really making some cold weather for the mountains here. We'll talk about that and look at some temperatures up there. Also, take a look at what's going on with this fog advisory.
An investigation underway this morning after a man was shot and killed in Lindsay. That shooting happened just before 5 yesterday. Tulare County Sheriff's deputies got a call about a shooting on Avenue 236 near Road 44. That's about 5 miles east of town. They say a 23-year-old man was standing outside when a car pulled up and someone inside the car shot him in the chest. The victim's name hasn't been released, but if you have any information on this case, you can call the Tulare County Sheriff's Office at that number on your screen. Some community members in Porterville are now worried over just how long it's taking to rebuild that city's library. The city's been without one for more than 5 years after a fire tore down the building. That fire intentionally set. 2 firefighters were killed. People in the community say that the library is more than just an asset, but also a way to honor those who lost their lives. Now, the city has opened a temporary library, but people in the community say it's time for the city to start rebuilding a new and improved one.
It held a lot of the community events. Kids would go in there during summer. They had a great summer program. The families grew up taking kids there, so it was a very integral part of Porterville.
A petition on change.org shows just how vocal people are about wanting to see more being done in their community, including how the city should be distributing money. The petition asked the city of Porterville to reconsider funds toward the proposed Battleship Playground and Washington Monument project. The city's vice mayor says he hears those concerns, but says it's more complicated than that, and there are other improvements that need to be made in the city.
I know people are emotionally charged about it, but we have to balance the priorities of the city. That's fixing the roads and making sure we keep everybody safe. And we're working on building a fire station. And we did a $25 million community center. It's being built right now. And so a lot of the funds that we had saved up in our city are being diverted to build a community center.
According to Porterville's vice mayor, they will be discussing the library at a future council meeting, possibly by the start of the new year.
All right, time is 5:04. Before we get to everything here, we are expecting fog here. So just a reminder to all our school districts out there that if you need to submit a foggy day schedule today, because we are expecting fog, it's very easy to do. Just go to KMPH.com, drop down to weather. The drop down menu is on the left side of your screen. Drop down to weather, go to school closings, and submit your information that way. We are expecting some dense fog this morning. So if you need to submit some delays, that's how you do it. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on with our current visibility. Right now, it's not as bad as it was yesterday at this time. We are currently at about a mile visibility in parts of Fresno. Not too bad everywhere else there. Very likely that this fog won't develop much past this, but we are keeping an eye on it for you because there is a dense fog advisory in place. Looks like down south, maybe south of Porterville, things could get a little dicey up there. 2.5 miles visibility up in Merced. Now about that advisory here, check it out. It's only really from Fresno County all the way to the south. North Valley not really being impacted today, although we will keep an eye on that for you. In effect until 11 o'clock this morning, quarter-mile visibility or less. So again, just these friendly reminders to always drive safe. Give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going, plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you, and just really take it easy. It's going to be very foggy out there in some places. Some other things happening out there, freeze warning going on over in San Luis Obispo County. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this morning. They got temperatures at or below freezing there, as low as 28 degrees in some places. Speaking of cold weather, we have a cold weather advisory going on for the High Sierra, and they're looking at temperatures getting into -12 there in some places with the wind chills there. A lot of places high up above 9,000 feet could see that -12 degree mark there. Kings Canyon, Sequoia National Park, Yosemite there, and this is through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning there on this cold weather advisory. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures that they're expecting there today. Well, yeah, everything's moving there. Oh, can't have that. But yeah, it's going to be very cold. Some of those temperatures there in the teens there with us here in the High Sierra there. Look at this, Tioga Pass, 12 degrees today. We got Mammoth Lakes at 17 degrees. Sequoia National Park at 15 degrees. Compare that to Shaver Lake, but still below freezing, but warmer than everybody else at 30 degrees for at times this afternoon. So very cold weather up there. So what's happening is we've had this low pressure system, cold front, really kind of shift and come back around. You kind of see how it's spinning out here. It's kind of having a residual pattern like that, pushing this cold front here, and you kind of see it really all over the High Sierra there. So very cold weather for the mountains there, and for us here on the valley too. We're dealing with that cold weather too. Look at this. We're only going to be at 47 today. Our normal high is 58. We're 11 degrees below normal today. Going to be cloudy out there too. Bundle up. Tomorrow, though, we should bump back up to 54, although we thought we were going to do that today. But we're looking at a 54 tomorrow and more fog tomorrow morning as well. 52 on Friday, 30s overnight. All right, coming up next, we'll get a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the valley here for your Wednesday.
A sharp drop in temperatures that Justin's been telling us about, and the recent closure of several local shelters is now forcing many unhoused people onto the cold streets. Now the Fresno Rescue Mission is stepping up, opening the doors of its warming center nightly for families in need. CEO Matt Dildine says the mission made a promise this year. No child who comes through their doors will be left to sleep out in the cold, and no parent with the child will be turned away, no matter how full the shelter gets. This year, Fresno Mission is doubling its capacity. It's opened up another building where it has hundreds of beds and spaces ready for those who need it the most.
It really has become Fresno's place of last resort. So when every other shelter, when everything else is closed and you're facing a night on the street or you're facing sleeping in your car with your kids, this is what the warming center provides.
Dildine says the rescue mission is ready to meet the expected demand as it launches this winter crisis shelter project. He points out right now there are 180 families on the waiting list for shelter. That's the largest number it's ever seen. That shelter is located at G Street near Golden State Boulevard. Doors open every night at 7. It is now 5:08. The man accused of targeting 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. is now maintaining his innocence. How the Trump administration is now using last week's attack to enforce harsher immigration restrictions. And a live look now at the Bay Bridge and the morning commute. It is 48 degrees there right now. You can find new headlines and the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break. Good Wednesday morning.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres of Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.